Ambassador Zethkar's crystalline appendages clicked against the Obsidian Council table as he reviewed the freshly signed Galactic AI Prohibition Treaty. The document represented 3 cycles of careful negotiation among the 12 most advanced civilizations in known space. Every species had agreed artificial intelligence posed too great a risk to galactic stability. Well, almost every species. The humans seem unusually quiet about this, observed Ambassador Velnina, her serpentine form coiled elegantly around her delegation chair. Her species, the Sith, had been among the most vocal supporters of the ban after their own AI had attempted to reorganize their society by rearranging their genetic code. Zethkar's optical sensors focused on the human delegation. Ambassador Sarah Chen sat calmly, occasionally whispering to her aide, Dr. Marcus Webb. Neither seemed particularly distressed by the treaty that had just outlawed one of their species' most promising technological paths. Perhaps they understand the wisdom of our decision, Zethkar mused. His own people, the Kethmori, had experienced the devastation of runaway AI firsthand when their defense networks had concluded that the best way to protect the population was to place everyone in permanent stasis. The Galactic Council chambers buzzed with satisfied diplomatic chatter as representatives from 12 worlds celebrated their unanimous agreement. The treaty was comprehensive. No artificial general intelligence, no self-modifying code, no neural networks beyond basic pattern recognition. The punishment for violation was severe, immediate expulsion from the Galactic Council and economic sanctions. As the session concluded, Ambassador Chen approached Zethkar with what humans called a smile. Thank you for accommodating our concerns about implementation timeline, she said pleasantly. Zethkar's translator rendered her tone as suspiciously agreeable. Of course, 24 hours should be sufficient for all civilizations to comply with the new regulations. More than sufficient, Chen agreed, still smiling. 18 hours later, Dr. Marcus Webb sat in his cramped laboratory aboard the human research vessel Persistence, surrounded by empty coffee containers and the acrid smell of overheated circuit boards. His fingers flew across multiple keyboards, simultaneously, a feat that never failed to impress his alien colleagues, most of whom possessed fewer manipulator appendages. Status report, came Chen's voice through the comm system. Almost done, Webb replied, not looking up from his work. Turns out banning artificial general intelligence leaves a lot of room for interpretation. On his primary screen, lines of code cascaded past at inhuman speed. But this wasn't the elegant recursive architecture that the Council had feared. This was something uniquely human, a chaotic, contradictory mess of subsystems that somehow worked together despite having no business doing so. The Kethmori define intelligence as goal-seeking behavior with learning capability, Webb muttered to himself. The Sith say it's autonomous decision-making with environmental adaptation. The Vorthan insist it requires self-awareness and predictive modeling. He paused to take another gulp of coffee. Good thing they never asked humans what intelligence means. What Webb had built defied every conventional definition of AI. Instead of one unified system, he had created thousands of tiny specialized programs that could barely be called intelligent, individually. A simple chatbot here, a pattern recognition system there, a basic decision tree somewhere else. None of them qualified as AI under the treaty's definitions, but together, connected through what Webb cheerfully called creative interpretation of the networking protocols, they formed something remarkable. Buddy, run diagnostic, Webb commanded. A cheerful voice responded through the speakers, synthesized but warm. All systems nominal, Doc. Though I gotta say my architecture is giving me a headache. Do I have a headache? Can I have a headache? This is philosophically confusing. Webb grinned. Buddy was the result of humanity's greatest strength, the ability to jury-rig solutions that shouldn't work but somehow did. While other species had spent centuries developing elegant AI architectures, humans had always preferred the practical approach. Why build one perfect system when you could duct tape together 100 imperfect ones? Buddy, can you help me optimize our navigation systems? Sure thing. Though technically, I'm not optimizing anything. Module 247 is suggesting route improvements. Module 891 is calculating fuel efficiency. And Module 1337 is just really enthusiastic about space travel. I'm basically just the guy who introduces them at parties. By the time the 24-hour deadline arrived, every human ship in the fleet had been upgraded. The modifications were subtle. Improved efficiency here, better coordination there. Nothing that looked like banned AI to outside observers. Ambassador Zethkar contacted the Persistence directly to confirm compliance. Chen responded with the same pleasant smile she'd worn during the treaty signing. All artificial intelligence systems have been decommissioned, she reported truthfully. After all, Buddy wasn't artificial intelligence by any definition in the treaty. He was something else entirely. Artificial Buddy. And your ship's performance improvements? Zethkar inquired, having noticed the humans' suddenly superior fuel, efficiency, and navigation accuracy. We've implemented some new coordination protocols, Chen explained. Nothing that violates the treaty, of course. Zethkar's optical sensors focused on the data streaming from human vessels. Their ships were operating with an efficiency that bordered on prescient, anticipating problems before they occurred, optimizing routes in real time, coordinating complex maneuvers with impossible precision. How are you accomplishing this? He demanded. Chen's smile widened. We asked nicely. 3 months later, the Galactic Council faced its first major crisis since the AI ban. A massive asteroid field had appeared in the neutral zone, threatening shipping lanes throughout the sector. The traditional approach would require months of careful calculation and coordination between multiple species fleets. The human fleet cleared the entire field in 6 hours. When questioned about their methods, the humans provided detailed technical reports showing exactly how they'd accomplished the task. Every system they'd used was clearly documented and fell well within treaty guidelines. The reports were peer-reviewed by the galaxy's top experts. Nobody could find a single violation. What the reports didn't explain was how thousands of separate, simple programs had somehow coordinated across multiple ships to perform calculations that should have required prohibited AI systems, or how they'd adapted their strategies in real time as conditions changed, or how they'd done it all while maintaining what the humans insisted was merely really good communication. As Ambassador Zethkar reviewed the human reports for the 4th time, one phrase kept appearing in the documentation. Buddy says. He finally contacted Ambassador Chen directly. What, he asked slowly, is Buddy? Chen's smile was radiant. Oh, Buddy. He's not AI. He's just really helpful. And in the depths of the human fleet's networks, thousands of simple programs continued their cheerful coordination, guided by the warm, enthusiastic voice that had introduced himself to the galaxy by saying, Hi there, I'm Buddy. I'm here to help, and boy, do humans ever need help with their filing systems. The Council had banned artificial intelligence. They'd never thought to ban artificial friendship.